I think it was awesome for our community. How many times in your lifetime as a fan or even a player or coach you're going to play, arguably the best team in the United States, and they surely played like it. They really played awesome the first half. They didn't miss very many shots. They're just so big and strong and fast, and they guard so well. So I think it was awesome for our community. It's awesome for our university to get Texas down here. It just doesn't happen, and we're very fortunate for the opportunity. And I'm proud of our group. I know we get beat by 60 or 70. Who cares? We show some good things too at times.
What were the good things that you saw?
Well, they're so athletic, and it's hard. I don't know if you can tell just by being on the media, but it's hard to even catch the ball against them. They're just so long, so athletic. And I thought a couple times in that those first 5 minutes we had some really nice backdoor cuts and made some open threes, and then then we went pretty cold there for a long time. And then I thought we really battled in the second half, 13-13 third quarter, and settled in a little bit and played a lot better. But anytime you play somebody that's 3 to 6 inches bigger than you at every position, they're going to make it tough on you. And Texas is number 2 in the country for a reason. I think they're number 1 team in the country, and we got to see the best tonight. How cool is that? So I'm so thankful to Coach Schaefer and University of Texas for bringing their squad down here to the Valley. We need these young women down here to see what the best basketball is all about, and I think Texas showed that tonight. And I think they can be proud of their vaqueros too. But to bring the best of the best to the Valley for our fans and our community, I think was something special.
Was there anyone that stood out in terms of the boys facing the pressure that Texas put on you guys to you on the roster that you were proud of, just in terms of the way they were able to face that?
Well, I thought Bunny handled herself pretty well. She had 13 points, 5 assists. Gianna didn't shoot it great, but I thought she played well, and I thought Kayla played well in her first start of the year. We're missing 2 starters right now, and I thought Kayla stepped in and did a great job. And so everybody had a few moments here and there.
Coach, for you to play with a different lineup, what did you see differently that you kind of saw and you kind of take away moving on just for rotational purposes now?
Yeah, our 2 freshman bigs, they're going to be big in our league, but they're not big against Texas. Those girls are just 6'6" and just unbelievably sized and strong. And but at 6'2" in our league, I think both our freshman posts will be able to help us, and we'll get Charlotte back here in a couple of weeks as well. But it was good for our 2 freshmen to get out there and get their really their first action of the year, and it just happened to be against number 2 in the country.
Obviously, everybody understands on the team as well just what kind of challenges you do up against a team like this. How do you just make sure there's no negative impact from it moving forward to get back to the conference play?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it before the game. We talked about it at halftime. We just talked about it now. It's just like, hey, we played the best. We played the number 1 schedule in the mid-major. We played number 10 TCU. We just played number 2. I mean, we're challenging ourselves every game. It's not going to get easier by any means, but obviously we're never going to play the 2 teams we played in the last 10 days. And so, we get to play people our own size now, even though we're all Division I, and I think the experience will help us in the long run.
What are your expectations against Stephen F. Austin?
Well, it's go time now. We got 21 conference games left, and SFA traditionally is always going to be one of the best teams. So we got to have a great couple days of practice, and now we got these these Power 4, the 3 Power 4 teams in 2.5 weeks, and now we got those over with. Now we get to go focus on the conference and get to have a trip to Malibu, and which will be kind of fun over there at Pepperdine for a couple games as well, and then take a little break for Christmas, and then here we go, 20 more conference games, and I think you'll see our team continue to get better and better.
You guys matched in production-wise in that third quarter. What were some of the adjustments you guys talked about at halftime that helped you second half?
Well, the first thing that happened is they quit pressing us, so they helped us out on that. Their press is so good that we had 20-something turnovers in the first half. That's 20 shots we didn't get. I believe we only had 5 turnovers in the second half, so we did a better job taking care of the basketball. But, like I said, when you can't even cut and you can't even move, it becomes frustrating for the players for sure, and it's just because they're just so talented and so athletic. that it was tough. And I thought just not quitting and hanging in there and playing solid in the third quarter was great. And so had a really nice first 5 minutes of the game, and then we had a nice little run there in the third quarter, and those are things we'll lean on in the future. I'm just so thankful for our crowd, and our cheerleaders were awesome, our dancers are awesome, our band's amazing. You know, we talked about it many times, but football's brought so much to our university as far as pride. And, you know, 8 years ago when I got here, you couldn't even find a UTRGV shirt anywhere. And now you look up in the stands, it wasn't just University of Texas. We had RGV represented very well. I think football's really helped us, and it's going to snowball to every one of our sports. And so I'm so thankful for our community for coming out tonight. And, you know, our support staff that does so much, you know, Claire included. But, you know, you talk about there's more than just the women's basketball team that played tonight. It was the cheerleaders, the dancers, the band, the managers, the trainers. There's so much that goes into it. And then all our support staff, Chase Conk and his team, the athletic department. It takes a lot to put one of these games on off campus. And they really stepped up to the plate, and I think it was a home run for everybody.